Okay, Crystal, I've got your work up here now. I think as far as what you're doing, in terms of digital imaging, you're doing really good stuff, and you're learning a lot of techniques, and that's awesome. A couple of comments on the color adjustment of both of these images. When you're actually include this image as well. Okay, now when you're color correcting or doing adjustments, you really got to take a look at the white areas and the black areas. And the reason why is because you'll have really problem areas showing up in the darkest of the shadows and the lightest of the highlights. There's the lightest of the highlights. There's the darkest of the shadows. And why? Because there's the light areas when it's almost pure paper, meaning there's no ink at all. It's called burned out. It means a photo is burned out. And that means that it's lost detail in the highlight areas. So when we look at something, like for instance, if we look at this image in real life, there would be no pure white there at all, right? I mean, it just doesn't exist in nature. When we look at a part of a sky, we don't see light affecting things to a point where they're showing up pure white. You see what I'm saying? Like this. Conversely, we don't see pure black in nature either, because this area would all have all sorts of shadows. All sorts of details in it, unless it was pitch black and there was no light source at all. Otherwise, you're losing too much detail here. Okay, so I'd like to see you adjust that, bring back some of the detail in the shadow areas here and the highlights areas here. Your clipping masks look great. I think, this feathered effect, that's a good job too. Okay, in terms of the images you're using, I think it's a great idea to accommodate special needs. That's awesome. However, I don't think this image is one that would appealing to somebody who was in need for a special needs, because that is just something that, let's face it, it's not going to happen. This would be something that I would consider. I've got a son with special needs, and I'm going to tell you right now, he would look at this and he would say, I only wish. Do you see what I'm saying? This, not so much, that's just the beautiful scenery, but I think what you're doing is you're kind of saying, okay, hey, if you need special needs, we've got these beach houses for you, we've got somebody who can take you in a canoe, and we've got these awesome beach wheelchairs. But what can you do here or here? I hope I'm making sense, and I'm not sounding like I'm nitpicking, but that's the first thing I noticed when I opened this up. Okay, great clipping masks, good job. In terms of layout goes, what I would like to see you do is this: instead of using a blank background on a color sheet, try something else. Try some different. Try using an image as a background. Use that whole image as a background. Fit some of those sub images in there. Put your logo. Put your subhead. Put your little detailed information, and boom. Go ahead and take a look at the typography video, the grid video I placed over in the announcement material. Okay, thanks, Crystal. Good job. If you have any questions, give me a holler. Okay, thanks.